So I just got back from Barbados, making this now 4 times that I've been to the island, y'all, including that 4-month stay. And every time I chat with you guys about Barbados, you always ask me for my recommendations on where to stay, hotels, and Airbnbs included. So I'm bringing it to you guys finally. These are my top 3 recommendations for where to stay on the island of Barbados. And let me just get ahead of your initial questions. Everything that I recommend is going to be clean, has high reviews online, and is absolutely safe. It wouldn't even be on my list if it wasn't. If you're the type of person who'd rather just bypass this whole video and just give me a list of the hotels and everything else that I need, click the link in my bio. It's a travel guide that I created. It has more than 3 hotel and Airbnb recommendations. It also has activities, tours, restaurants, including fine dining, local mom and pop shops, and then also restaurants with a vibe. I've got nightlife, what type of mobile carriers you should go with. If you're trying to figure out which side of the island to stay on, I mentioned the benefits of staying on each specific coast, which they're all very unique. Another thing I love about Barbados. And then a few helpful articles that'll help you navigate the island and helpful travel items and more. So go ahead and click that link. Pick that up if you're traveling to Barbados. It's absolutely something you're gonna need. All right, let's kick it off with number 1, listed in no particular order. Hotels is what you guys asked me about the most, so let's kick it off with the hotel and resort that I recommend, which is Bougainvillea. I love that place, y'all. Like, from the moment you step into this resort, it is beautiful. You can tell that they were very intentional about the way that they decorated this. It gives Lux Island vibes, which I love. Like, we've got the forest and the greenery. We've got the blues, but not in like a cheesy kind of way. In a way that makes you say, I've arrived. Yes. The location is prime. It is located in the heart of the South Coast, which the South Coast for me is more like, you see more locals, there's more activity there. But if you want to be near St. Lawrence Gap, it's a strip of restaurants, nightlife, or you want to be near Hastings Road, this is where you want to be because it's like a 5-minute drive from all of those places. It is perfect. Now let's jump into these rooms. Now, the rooms, it look exactly like the pictures, which is beautiful and appreciated. And I think my favorite part for the room was the kitchenette 1. Because I stayed in the junior suite. I think I just appreciated the fact that if I wanted to cook, I could cook. If I needed to reheat my stuff, I could do that. Want to make some tea, I could do that as well. And then I found out later, so you got a little hack from me, that you can order your groceries in advance to the hotel and then they will stock your fridge for you. I don't know about you, but I just think that is beautiful. My second favorite thing was the bathroom. Now, as a female, y'all understand the lighting needs to be on point because we are on vacation, right? We want our makeup to look on point. We want to look good and feel good. You don't want to look in the mirror, do your makeup, do your hair, step outside only to realize it don't look the way you think it does. So shout outs to y'all Bougainvillea for once again the intentionality and how this well-lit, beautiful bathroom just makes you feel. They have a full-length mirror where you can see your entire outfit. I'm gonna talk to my females. We wanna see our full outfits. But man, I think you should want this too, right? You wanna make sure your shoes match your outfit and when you're choosing what you're gonna wear for the day, especially if you're going there during like a time when there's festivities. And by the way, if you watch my 10 things you need to know before visiting Barbados, you know that Barbados does not sleep and they have a lot of activity and you do not come with your basic outfits. You come looking fly. Now the balcony is beautiful and to be honest, I spent most mornings out there spending time with God and eating my breakfast and also honestly just looking out to the resort to see what people were doing. People watching. I mean, we all like doing it, right? I'm not alone. It got perfect sun. It had a perfect view of the beach and especially when it was a sunset, you could either go out onto the beach, which by the way, is just a walk from your room. Like walk out onto the beach. Or you could sit there on your balcony and just watch the sunset. Like honestly, both were beautiful. So let's get into that beach though. The beach was beautiful. I love the decor. It gave me like island meets boho type vibes. They also have water sports, y'all, so you don't have to go elsewhere to do the water sports. They've got kayaking, boogie boarding, and paddle boarding. And they have chairs that you can sit in, but the chairs have this like overhead hub thingy that blocks like all the sun out if you want it, which I loved and it was greatly appreciated. And then they have these cute little beds that you can lay in, or honestly, if you want to get some Instagram pictures, you could do that too. It was Instagrammable, let's start with that. And as far as dining is concerned, if you don't even want to leave the resort, they have their restaurant, Calabash, which is really good. And for those of y'all who follow me on Instagram, you already know, if the food is not good, I will not comment on it at all. I'm not gonna say it's good. if it's not good, but the food is really good. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I recommend. The fish tacos, the bean burger, so good. Bayesian fish cakes. And for dessert, I got the Guinness chocolate torte, which was very good. But my favorite was the bread pudding, the blueberry bread pudding, because that sauce that it came with, it was beautiful. And when I whisper like this, you know it's real. By the way, the drinks are great also. Like I mentioned, in the restaurant and also in the swimming pool. I got the Lust and Pineapple cocktail. Try that one. And then in terms of activities, I've never tried the spa, but I hear it's good. They've got that, they've got the gym, and then they're always planning events. So like literally you don't have to leave if you don't want to, but I recommend you see Barbados. Like, why go there if you're not gonna see it? Come on. They also have a kids club, and so it's very family friendly, but it also didn't feel like it was overwhelmed with children. So all in all, honestly, I give Bougainvillea a 5 out of 5. I got no complaints, truly, honestly. Number 2. Now, if you're looking for an Airbnb that is on the South Coast as well, but in more of a remote area, like you don't want to really see people, you want to see more water than people, go to the Sea Dream House. First of all, it is another space where you have a view of the water. And that is so important to me being in the islands because I'm an American. I don't have a view of the water. Most of us don't from our house. So if you are going to go to the Caribbean, get a view of the water. I've done it before, specifically in Barbados and in other islands where I didn't get a view. And once I experienced having a view, I was like, oh, I'll do it no other way next time. Now, it's not a beach. It's Instagrammable, y'all. It's beautiful rocks. It just feels like a great place to just sit and think, reflect on your trip, you know, before you venture into whatever you're gonna do for the day. And that's the thing I love about the different places that I chose to share with y'all. They all have their unique things to them. So like, I couldn't rank them in any particular order. When you walk into this space, it's like farmhouse meets island decor. That's what I'm gonna call it. I don't know if that's what it's called. But it feels warm and it feels cozy and it feels like a home. And that's what I really like about the Airbnbs that I've selected. They actually feel like home. It has French doors that you can open up and the breeze that comes in is so refreshing. But the main beautiful part is when you step out onto that balcony, the view that you get. It was awesome to wake up to every day. And you can see it from your couch. You can literally sit there, sip your tea, because the kitchen is completely outfitted with like everything you need. Pots, pans, cups, teacups, mugs. And it even comes with some homemade rum punch from like what seems to be like a local store that has a rum punch that makes it handmade. It had a little nutmeg too that you could grate and put into the rum punch, and the rum punch was good. And I have my friend Sabrina, if y'all haven't checked her out yet, Bayesian Lifestyle, she has a bunch of information on Barbados. She tried it. She's from Barbados and she said it was good. 2 approvals. Now, when you go into the room, once again, farmhouse vibes, but I like that it has a desk where you can do your work if needed. And I feel like, if you're like me, I can't just do my work anywhere. Things need to feel good. I need to feel like I want to walk into this space and I want to work if I need to. And I got that from it. Like the desk is made out of it's like a bamboo inspired, once again, tying in the island theme for me, like island meets farmhouse, which I love. But then you look over at the bed, it just looks like a comfy, cozy place where you want to go to sleep. And it was cozy. It was perfect. It is air conditioned, if y'all are wondering. The living room gets a good breeze, so there is an air conditioning there. But then from the bedroom, you have access to outside. There's another balcony outside where you can view the beautiful garden that they have. And there's chairs outside there if you want to go out there. There's tables where you can eat. It is just, again, intentional. When I can see that the intentionality is put in it, I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. It makes you feel good, right? When you're staying there, it's like, okay, they really want to create an experience for me. Now, again, to the bathroom, y'all. Huge, shall we? So this bathroom, great space, right? Enough lighting to do your makeup once again. And then the closet, it's like separated by a wall and so much space to put items if you want to. And then a full length mirror, again, where I can see my full entire outfit. Salutes to y'all Sea Dream House because it felt good taking a shower there. The water pressure is great. It gets good sunlight. Oh, let's talk about the hallway. When you enter the hallway, There's like all this local art from local Bajans. I love the fact that they specifically wanted it to be local art. It just once again sets the tone as a beautiful place to come back to after like a long day on the island, and it just says relaxation, which is needed. You're on vacation. Now I know that I said this place is like away from a lot of the action, but if you decide, look, I want to see people, I want to people watch, I want some activity, it's literally like a 10-minute drive away. You could go to Oyston, which is known again for its famous Friday fish fry. They have good food there, you can get it. There are always people there, performances and things like that, depending on the day that you go. And then to get to St. Lawrence Gap that I mentioned before, that's like a 10 to 15-minute drive. Oyston's might be a little less than 10 minutes. Which, by the way, there's a surfer club located like 5 minutes away from Sea Dream House if you want to do that, or a golf club. So all in all, once again, I recommend Sea Dream. It was a great location and a great option for the South Coast. Now, if you want to stay on a different coast, let's talk about the West Coast. I got an option for you guys. And I've got some recommendations for the East Coast too, by the way, in my travel guide. So go ahead and click that link so that you can get access to that. Because the benefit of the East Coast is that everything is just super serene. It is surf central, the East Coast. It is also retreat central. It is everything calming. It's beautiful. There's not a ton of activity there, but you go to the East Coast, you go to the East Coast for that reason, because you want that. So click the link in my bio to go ahead and get recommendations for that. But now the West Coast is the Platinum Coast. It's where the rich people go. No other way to say it. It is where Rihanna has a house, Oprah has a house, I believe Simon Cowell has a house. All these celebrities, they all live up there, okay? You wanna spend more, you go up there. You wanna feel luxe, you go up there, all right? So this West Coast villa is where my friends and I stayed for my birthday weekend. And when I tell you, we were so happy with the space. It was huge, first off. We had our own private pool and access to the community pool as well, which was big. The kitchen was big, so multiple people could be in there cooking if they wanted to. But then you could look over to the living room, which was huge, the dining area. It just provided a lot of room for people to hang out in different areas when they wanted their alone time. Walking out from the living room, there's a patio area where you could eat outside if you wanted to. The bedrooms were huge and sun-filled with light. And then the bedroom I stayed in, I'm not sure if the other bedrooms had this, but the bedroom I stayed in had like a little patio where you could go out again and just reflect. And then the view from the patio, no bodies of water, but it was just lots of lush greenery. It just felt good to reflect in the morning there or be there after a long day. Now, in terms of location, it is like a 5-minute walk to the beach. By the way, all beaches in Barbados are open to the public. So I forgot the business that's in front of the beach, but if it looks to you like, oh, I can't go in there because it's owned by someone, no, you can go to any beach that you want to. And it's also right near a really popular restaurant, Lone Star Restaurant. Now the location is perfect because in addition to the beach that it has, it's only a 10-minute drive from Whole Town and 1st and 2nd Street, which is like nightlife central, restaurant central, mall shopping central for the West Coast. They have a ton of luxury stores inside the mall if you want to check that out. They also have restaurants in there that you can check out and eat. My friends and I, we went to Fusion. It was like a sushi restaurant. Beautiful place. I'll put video in if I have some. And the sushi was really good. Nightlife is on 1st and 2nd Street. It changes from time to time. And so my advice, it's a strip. Go ahead and pop into the different places and see what fits your style. The only thing I will say about this location is one of their rooms is very small. That's the one thing that my friends and I weren't too happy about. And one of my friends ended up having to stay there. It's a double bedroom. It did look like it was gonna be bigger on the Airbnb ad, but when we got there in person, it just wasn't enough space to function in the room.
This is what I got. This is the room. What the heck? What the heck? This is the right house.
Yeah, let me ask. So that's something to be aware of. So those are my top 3 recommendations for places to stay in Barbados. Once again, if you want more options, go ahead and click the travel guide in my description. And once again, I cover everything from nightlife, places to eat, including fine dining, mom and pop shops, local Bajan restaurants, places with a vibe, activities, tours, what type of mobile carrier you should go with. There's helpful articles in there, items that you should probably bring with you on this trip, and a ton more things. There's 25 pages. So go ahead and click that link. Do yourself a favor, save yourself the time planning this trip, because these are all my favorite things. Research done, everything experienced just for you. If this video was helpful, you know the deal. Go ahead and click the like button. Yes. Let the people know, let the algorithm know. We should go ahead and share this with other people so that they're able to get this information.